Take two. Oh, wait. Gosh, now I got to make sure I'm in the right place. Sorry, guys. Bear with me, please. Just a second. Let's make sure that the ducks are lined up this time since they were not the last time. I need to go to me and does it say? Okay, come on. Am I live right now? Someone give me a heads up. Let me know. It's not. Okay, we'll do it this way. All right, guys. Time for just a second. I got to jump to another browser. Get that out of the way. Where are you not? Oh, okay. And I have two of me now. I just want to make sure it's happening correctly now. Anybody get a notification that said I was live now? I hope. Go there. Take two. Okay. Verified. We'll just try that again. Sorry, guys. I knew that was just too short, right? Oh my. Okay. So we are going to talk about the brand new catalog tonight. Guys, it's very different than other catalogs. Just it's smaller, right? There are reasons that it's smaller. It's not a bad thing that it's smaller, but it is different. Different change. Sometimes we struggle with change. So we're going to walk through the catalog and I'm going to point out to you the things that you might be missing, that you might not have known, share with you lots of documents and tips and tricks that will help you during this catalog period get used to this so that you can fall in love with it like I have. And we're going to have some door prizes and some fun. And I hope that you will stick around for or come and go, guys. It's all recorded. It's not going to go anywhere. You have until next weekend to add your door prize entries. And so have some fun, engage. And if you're commenting over on Facebook, I really need you to comment in YouTube. So I can't begin to juggle Facebook and YouTube in live. And I don't even think that it's showing on my Facebook group right now because I can't stream into it. The only thing I could do was actually share a link with you. But I know that a couple of you saw it because a couple of you commented and let me know that the dang sound was off. And I'm so sorry that I overlooked that. But I'm going to be doing this back to back if I don't get a move on. Now, the first time through didn't take a tremendous amount of time. Or not as long as I anticipated that it would anyway. All right, we're going to switch cameras. And, oh, I have now, okay. That. And then, there we go. Okay, so got this open. The catalog is kind of stepping you through the levels of crafting or starting you with something that is very, very basic and then extends out to some really cool techniques that you can learn. And so we're going to start with the basics, the step-by-step stamping. What does that look like? And then we're going to talk about a new product collection that is in this catalog that I'm super excited about. And we're gonna cover like about 30 pages in this video, and then we'll pick up at 6 o'clock Central with the next section, which is the suites. Okay, so the table of contents, right? Because this catalog is laid out differently, the table of contents and the index are particularly important, right? So page 4 to 11, that's the step-by-step crafting. Then the quick and easy, 12 to 29. And then we're going to start with Creativity Your Way, which introduces the suites and the bundles, a lot more stamp sets. We're going to get into the accessories. And then we're going to finish up with some of the techniques, right? And it even tells you here what those techniques are. You get fun little snippets of, you need to look for, I think we're going to say, so page 134 talks about color. So you've got this little photograph here of all this, color. Page 94, this looks like, maybe storage opportunities. 142, we're going to talk about how we become demonstrators, maybe how and a little bit of why, right? And then over on this corner, this is where we're going to see more of the step-by-step and the quick and easy. So we're talking about 11, 18, and 22, okay? You also see down here some icons. These icons are really important. This little basket with the heart in it, right? This says, samples in this catalog may feature products that are shown more completely in our online store. Online store is something that is relatively new. I think this is year 2 for us of the online store and the online exclusives. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the online exclusives in an upcoming video, but I'll live stream. But the catalog's not going away. So when we talk about the online store, please don't hear that the online store or that the catalog is going winter. It is not. We still have 3 catalogs a year, and we will continue that. The online store gives us another space to bring products to you, and to a different type of crafter as well. So, but when you see this little basket, then know that you may want to jump over to the online store, and that is michellesalcho.stampinup.net. No period in between there, I don't think. The languages here, English, Spanish, and French. So if the stamp set is available in more than one language, it's indicated by that. The QR codes. When you scan the QR codes that are in the catalog with your phone, all you have to do is bring up your camera app and hover over the QR code, and the link will pop up, and you simply press that link and it will open up to that page online. Now, the QR codes that take you to the online store are taking you to the Stampin' Up! Online store. To shop with me following the QR code, you'll need to find a demonstrator and look for me that way. All right, that's pretty much the table of contents. The index is in the back. So let's take a look at step-by-step crafting. And what does step-by-step mean? Step-by-step is just that. Here's what you need. Here's your kit, if you will. And here are the instructions to make these projects exactly the way they're outlined. And everything that you need is in the one box. So these are kits. The kits are available in the online store. They're not a surprise. You can actually see what you're getting in each one is described. I think most or all of them have a little video blurb that go along with it to give you a little snippet as well. So with your kit, you get a color photograph of the projects that you're going to complete. And you can see how many that you are making. And then when you open up the instructions, they are step-by-step with visuals. Okay, here's your little ink, right? Adding ink to these stamps that you put on the blocks. And then doing your stamping. Where your dimensionals go tells you need to cut your ribbon tells you how long that ribbon needs to be. Adhesive needs to go on this layer. You even have a ruler down the side so that when you need to cut your ribbon, you can use that. You need scissors. Snips are not included, but the blocks and some adhesive is. If you have another preferred adhesive, then be sure and use it. So that is the step-by-step. This is called Birthday Sparkle, and it has some gorgeous foil with it. So this is how it comes. Here are all the supplies. So you saw the instructions. That's a little sheet of glue dots. You get an ink spot. This is early espresso. Here are the stamps that you're gonna need. The block that you use is in this little bag with some ribbon and trim, and then you have a sheet of dimensionals or pop-up dots, if you will. Then here are your envelopes. Look at that gold foil trim. Then, whoops. So here are the card bases. I love that craft paper with the gold foil. Then there's the birthday cake. And then here are tags on craft paper. Then you have some die cuts. You have the labels that you're going to stamp on. So that is step-by-step stamping. I love the kits. I love Paper Pumpkin. One of the reasons is that I travel a bit with my job, and I can take this with me with minimal supplies. And then in my hotel room in the evenings, I can still craft. So I like the kits for that. The kits are also great when I want to craft with my granddaughter when she comes over. Maybe she has a birthday party and we're going to make some birthday cards. We make Mother's Day cards together, Father's Day cards. The kits make all of that easier for her and stay within her attention span. She's 6, so she doesn't have a long attention span. And sometimes I end up wearing different headbands, tiaras, gloves. You just never know what she's going to pull out to add to the experience. But a kit is a great thing to do with those children, or when you want a social event, have your friends over, a little wine, a few nibbles, and make cards together. Because these don't take a long time and they don't take your full direct concentration to be creative, it lets you be social and create an experience. Being together is so important, and I think it's that really was shown to us during COVID when we couldn't be together. So yep, talked about being portable. So here are some of the new kits. Kits are introduced, 2 new kits every month. They range in price from, say, $30 to $23 or $25, I believe, depending on. Some of them you don't stamp at all. Some of them you do. Some of them are cards. Some of them are little 3D origami objects. Some of them are home decor. And they are available. You shop for them online in the online store. Here is a little QR code up here in the corner that will take you to it. Okay. Then moving right along, Paper Pumpkin. Now, Paper Pumpkin is a kit, but it is a subscription, right? So it's a surprise. You don't know exactly what you're making each month. You subscribe by the 10th of the month, you get that month's kit. And it's tailored quite a bit like that, packaged the same. You get instructions like that. You'll get adhesive. You'll need snips, and you'll get a block with your first box, your first orange box. And then after that, you'll use that block each time. You always know the theme ahead of time. Sometimes I think always there's a little quick peek video for that to give you some hints, and you'll know whether it is cards or some other project in the box that's coming, so you have an opportunity to opt out for that month. And then that fee is $25 a month, and that includes the shipping. Now this is a new area. This quick and easy using uh, pre-printed note cards and ephemera packs. Now we've had printed note cards before. That's not new. Don't let me overstep. But the ephemera pack is a little different. Something similar would have been the Memories and More packs that we've had before, because they've had the printed cards. See, I don't know why everything has to be called the same thing. And then they had die cuts and stickers in the pack as well. Granimals. This is the granimals of card making. Just aged myself a little bit. That's okay. So there is Sunny Springs cards and envelopes and Calming Creek cards and envelopes. I have the Sunny Springs cards and envelopes here. Hey, Joyce, will you send me a text if you can hear me, if you're watching? Of course, if I don't get a text, I'm not going to know, am I? Karen, if somebody's watching and you have my cell phone number, please text me and make sure that this is going okay. So 5 different designs and colors. I love these printed envelopes. And then the corresponding note cards. Each of them has a little bit of a different design as well. The inside is white. If you wanted these, you could cut them apart, right? Create your own card bases and use these as layers to make them go a little farther if you wanted. They are a standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card front. The ephemera packs, okay, so you would choose your package here, or you could get both. That doesn't matter. There's not a rule, and no one's going to say, oh no, you've already bought your quota. Then these are, you have 8 sheets. There are 2 each, right? So this is the Something for Everything ephemera pack, and there's so much on these, and they're so different, right? That's why I ordered this one. I just thought that was so cool that there were so many different occasions and styles. Oh, yay, I got a thumbs up. Okay, cool. Thank you, thank you. The banner, the cake, the balloons, the rainbow, animals, fruit. And mine's, yeah, see, they are perforated and ready for you to use. A hot air balloon, fish. I mean, it's just adorable. So you simply start with a card design, pick your card base. Okay, I'm almost always going to start with flowers, right? Although I like all of them. Okay, I'm just going to admit it. So start with your card base, and then go through your ephemera pack and see what appeals to you. And it could be, as easy as, okay, I'm trying to flip through and see what I like. It's not easy to choose. Okay, well, okay, this is when I cheat. It's not cheating. That's what this whole thing is for. There are lots of samples here. So, so look at this one. So this is a mix of what we have, right? We have the strawberry and the blueberry and the little cake. We don't have that card base. Ours is different, but we could use, I don't know, let's use this one. And so we could punch a label to go back there, maybe, and then add, so here's the cake that they've used on that, and the strawberry, and the blueberries. And then I don't believe we have that greenery. Just flipping through to see. No, I don't see that. But we could do something. See, the colors are all going to coordinate too, making it really easy. There's no right or wrong to this. And this is pretty cool because this is actually a 3-parter, right? So this frame, okay, that gives me that. But look, this has even got another thin frame around it. So I could do something like this. I could add, how do they have theirs? They've got it going over here. Add a label, a greeting, something white behind there. Um, so truly, really easy, a great way to, even for the avid crafter. Now the kids are fearless. When you work with the kids doing this stuff, they just go for it. Um, they have no fear. But for those of us maybe who are not so used to doing that this way, there are all of these samples to get you started. So that pack that I had has this banner, the cupcakes, um, the cake, the cupcakes, the candles, and that background as well. So many things that you can do with this. So this and there is a simple stamp set called Simply Said that coordinates with it to give you your greeting. So here's that birthday wishes that you could use, or let's celebrate, happy birthday. Um, so a little bit of white cardstock, a punch, and you're good to go. And that kind of comes back to here. What do you need to get started? I love this. I mean, how often have you, as a new stamper, gotten that big catalog and said, I can't even look at this. This is too much. This is overwhelming. Um, that's a real thing, a very real thing. So this top 10 crafting essentials is a starting point, right? You need snips, you need adhesive. Dimensionals are always fun. You need some ink. You need a block, you need a chamois. A punch is a great way to start, especially these label punches. They can be a shape, they can be for your greeting, all kinds of possibilities. You need a stamp set. Now we have stamp sets that are a mix of greetings and images. We have some that are all images and some that are all greetings. So all kinds of choices. I recommend stampers start with like the note cards and envelopes. The card bases are already done for you. So that goes hand in hand with this, or there's this collection of white. And then your demonstrator, we're here to help you navigate and create a successful experience. We want your order to meet, you be able to open your box and get right started. So, some other ideas. Let's zoom in. Okay, I lost my zoom. Let's zoom in on this bottom left corner to see the sketches. Okay, these are patterns, if you will, recipes to help get our creativity going. I use sketches, or I have a basic layout that I use quite a bit. And my basic layout is sketch number 3. And fun story, my team and I decided last month that we would use sketch number 3 in our meeting. So when we got back together this week, we had made samples from this sketch. We all shared them. Everybody's was different and gorgeous. And then we had hoped to have some time to actually create more during the meeting. That's the goal. But in the summer, we're having a hard time finding that extra stamp time, or that extra meeting time, I guess, that gathering time. That's the word I want to use. Um, so, but this sketch number 3 is pretty much my go-to. Um, you see 3 panels and um, a punch or a die cut image here, and a greeting. I do this quite a bit. The difference between this and mine is simply that the orientation. So in the sketch, these are thinner strips going portrait, tall. I turned mine sideways, and this is the way I use it most often as well. Focusing on the new in colors like that, right? So these sketches actually appear in the catalog, throughout the catalog. There you're going to find samples that tie back to a sketch. Um, Next month, we're going to do this one, number 9, I think it is. Yes, number 9. And it's just great fun to see how everybody interprets that. And remember, this is a launch pad. It doesn't have to be exact. When we say a sketch, that's your rough draft, if you will. It might be exactly what you land on. But um, but with the sketches, the ideas for a basic card design, the samples, all of these basic samples to give you inspiration, you are ready to go, right? Um, then we jump over here and start talking a little bit about the color families. In our core colors, we have 4 families. We have subtles, brights, regals, and neutrals. And in those core families, you'll find cardstock, coordinating printed paper, designer series paper, markers, ink, lots of different ink choices. And with just these few items, you can create these beautiful coordinate cards. This is the way they coordinate. Um, and then we're going to talk a little later how these mix together and coordinate as well. So there are 10 colors in each of the color families. And then there are the in colors. We have 5 colors that come in every year. They stay for 2 years. And then we have a set of basic colors. And we have a new basic color this year that you are going to love. I am in love. So, okay, sticking with our relatively basic stamping, we've got 2 more stamp sets. This one is a mix, right? You've got some greetings and you've got some images to give it a little pop, and you've got samples to go along with it. Here we're bringing in the ephemera packs a little bit and showing how the stamping goes along with the ephemera to create these cards. These are punched items. This is that same punch in cardstock and arranged to create a fun pattern on the card. This is the same little stamp that's stamped multiple times to create that background. So the possibilities are truly endless, even in the basic. You do not have to have complicated cards to be beautiful or to send a hug to a friend. Let them know that you're thinking of them, wish them a happy birthday. Happy mail is happy, right? It's happy. So, okay, that is that. Now, Memories Plus. Now, this has changed a little bit in this catalog. So, and I've got a couple of things I want to point out. So, here we have the little basket with the heart. Remember what that told us? Oh, no, you don't remember? Okay, we go right back to our table of contents, and we see that that means we might find more information or more of this product showcased in the online store. Okay, here's a QR code that would take us to the online store, right? So here we're tying these together. These are not competing against each other. Online store works with our catalog. The catalog is not going away. I promise, not going away. But we see that the pocket pages for memory keeping, the album for memory keeping is right here. Okay, it's not going to appear somewhere else necessarily, not going to be repeated necessarily in the catalog. So we have to pay a little bit more attention to the full page because it's not detailed down at the bottom. That's different. That's very different this time. So the Memories Plus is our collections of these 4x6 and 3x4 two-sided cards that you slide them into your pockets for making a pocket page memory album, or use them in your card making. You can use them, you can cut them down, cut the 4x6 down to be used with your standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card front, or we have a package of, what do we call them? Basic white Memories and More cards and envelopes. There are 10 4x6 and 10 3x4 in that collection. card bases and envelopes ready for you to use. These make quick cards, and they also make beautiful albums. So the one that I have with me, and you'll notice as we go along, these coordinate with two of the suites in the catalog. So the product coordination that you find with Stampin' Up! Is simply amazing. These card packs, this is just stunning. The colors, they just called to me, the watercolor. So you get 2 each. They're 2-sided, right? Oops. Yeah, so you've got the best day ever is in handwriting, all repeatedly here. And then you have a pattern, a leafy muted pattern on the back. Thinking of you today, pattern on the back. Then look at this, just gorgeous watercolor. And then treasured memories on that side. Then you have this image with some flowers at the bottom. Making memories on the other side. Happy birthday. And then a pattern on the flip side. Then in the 3x4, sending all my love. And a colored pattern on the back. Then these are gorgeous. And, you'll notice that, they're not necessarily one direction, right? You can turn this way. Life is an adventure. Then this one has room for you to add a title, perhaps, if you want. The sky is the limit. Okay, that immediately made me think of the Take to the Sky suite that we're going to see next in the next live stream. So just beautiful, beautiful images. And I love to make cards with these. I love to memory keep with these. They make quick cards. They're stunning. They're high quality cardstock. So whether you are a memory keeper or not, don't rule these out. Take a second look because they are beautiful. Okay, then the last section for this video is the wrap it up. Okay, so we have some samples of tags, the scallop gift boxes, some other ideas for creating some little gift packaging here. We've brought in some of the die cuts from the paper called Frames and Flowers. So this is a special collection of designer series paper, 2-sided, okay? But it also has these sheets that these are die cuts, okay? And you'll see them here, here, here. And then these are layers. So you've got your card base, and then your first layer is here, or this strip of an accent down here. So we've seen this a couple of times. Not very often do we see the perforated die cuts for this. The peony, stunning, and you'll see here that they've just stamped it. It's just because it's a line art doesn't mean it has to be colored. So, and then see here's some ribbon. So this baker's twine, right, has the little basket beside it. The same with the scallop box and the tag topper punch here. And then some little helpful notes here. This frames and elements are pre-cut and ready to use. That's these 2 pages here. Some flowers, some greenery, some round and oval shapes. So that's where we're going to end for this video. I'm so sorry that I had to do this twice. That was a rookie mistake not to have tested beforehand. But I hope you found it and you'll come back. In the meantime, you've got some door prize posts and some informational posts that are going to they're already scheduled, so they're just going to be popping into the Facebook group. You have until next Saturday to add your comments, your entries onto those posts. There are documents that I'm going to share to kind of enhance your shopping, your catalog experience. And I'm going to need to actually insert more than I have scheduled because I keep finding things that I want to be sure I put in your hands. Um, so that's where I'm going to cut off this time. Thanks for sticking with me. Maybe the ducks will be a little more cooperative in the next video. Thanks, Lana. Great to see you. I'll be back in half an hour. All right. Bye bye.